track trying to back a winner at the horses, I simply wouldn't have time to be worrying about placing a bet on the football. And that seemed to be the general consensus of opinion when I spoke to maybe 8 or 10 die-hard punters at the Warwick Farm meeting last Wednesday.
Tappy, I tell you what, the old fellow that you interviewed had the right idea, didn't he? He had the right idea. His father's advice.
That was the quote of the week. He said his father told him once, never bet on anything that can talk. Pretty good advice. Well, Ken, Tommy Smith has trained 2 winners here so far today. He's making a valiant bid to peg back the leader, Bart Cummings, who's 5.5 wins in front, and they've got 12 meetings to go after today's meeting.
Yes, John, he's making a super effort, and Tommy Smith sort of thinks of the Sydney Premiership as his own. He won it 31 times. Things haven't been quite as good in recent years, but he's not going to let Bart have it easy. I think Bart might win this race. Incidentally, if Bart wins the Premiership, he'll be the first man to win Premierships in Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney. He's still 5.5 in front. Vain Promise is at 7-2. Number 2, Beau Shannon at 9-2. Fairy Dreams, my pick, I'm pretty keen on her. She's at 3-1 on the tote. Gee whiz, that's better than the bookies are offering us. I think she'll win. 10-1 Galleon's Gem, 8 Miss Sue, 20-1 Way of Hope. That's pretty good odds too. 8-1 Gold for Australia, 15 Deep Pile, a beaten favourite here on Wednesday. 8-1 Saphir, 100 Big Star Wrist, 33-1 Posa Rica, and 60-1 Mastermind. I think we've nearly got time to have a quick look at race 5 in Melbourne, which has only been over a few minutes.
Japassu. It's Paveway and Japassu matching strides down to the last one. They're 3 lengths to Waldara, and running on well now is Taclaban, but Paveway has got away as they come through the gap with the jumping all over. Paveway finishing very fast as Taclaban, and Waldara is making another effort, followed by Japassu and King Dollar, but Paveway's in front with 100 metres left to go from Waldara, Taclaban, and down the outside King Dollar. Paveway getting weary, Waldara getting to him, Waldara on the outside, Waldara and Paveway, they hit it. Oh, Waldara might have just got there from Paveway and Taclaban in a great finish.
John Russell's call of that race in Melbourne, a ding-dong finish. John Russell, one of Australia's veteran racing commentators, and doing his usual great job. In fact, he's like Old Man River, Jay Russell. He just goes on and on. Now, the 2 horses that we're looking at here are Vain Promise, Beau Shannon, and also the number 6 saddlecloth carried by Way of Hope, a filly ridden by a little boy called P. Spargo, who's had limited experience to date. Now, Beau Shannon goes in, followed up by Way of Hope. Way of Hope a little reluctant, but now moves in, followed up by Vain Promise, whose rider Malcolm Johnston is sporting a very conspicuous white pom-pom on the top of his cap. Now, Vain Promise moves up, and they're all set and ready for a start in the Lark Hoskins Honda Handicap, and the starter Bill Cooper picks up the button, and they're about to break. They look good. Safer, the inside runner. Gull for Australia stands well, so does Beau Shannon. Fairy Dreams wants to sit back a bit. Jump at any second. Oh, no, there's trouble. Deep Pile made a lunge forward, but now steadies and they're off. Mastermind is slow to move at the start, and so was Gull for Australia. Safer bounced out in front of Fairy Dreams, and going quickly Beau Shannon and Way of Hope. Vain Promise trapped out very deep in the early stages, followed by Poza Rica, then Miss Sue, Gull for Australia. Further back being hard ridden as Big Star Wrist, and then Deep Pile and Galleon's Gem, and last is Mastermind. Past the 1200 metre mark, and Way of Hope went to the lead at a brisk gallop. Safer second, Big Star Wrist is moving to third, followed closely by Fairy Dreams on the inside of Beau Shannon. About 2 to Poza Rica between runners. Vain Promise 3 deep on the fence. Miss Sue, a length and a half Gull for Australia, followed by Galleon's Gem, and well back Deep Pile. 2 lengths away last is Mastermind, and they're spread out over plenty of territory as they swing around the top turn, and Way of Hope led at the 800 mark. Safer second, Big Star Wrist is third, but under a bit of pressure, followed by Beau Shannon. Fairy Dreams on the fence is now being niggled along, followed by Miss Sue. Vain Promise on the outside, a gap to Gull for Australia, followed by Deep Pile. Well back Poza Rica starting to go forward. Galleon's Gem and Mastermind as last as they near the turn. Way of Hope is in front about 3/4 on Safer. In third place Beau Shannon, and they've kicked well clear of the others, headed by Fairy Dreams and Vain Promise, both under pressure. Into the straight, Way of Hope the leader, Safer coming at it now, and Beau Shannon down the outside's going to have the last crack at them as they come to the 200 mark. The grey Beau Shannon has raced up the tackle. Way of Hope, Safer badly crowded for room. Beau Shannon and Way of Hope have come away. They're fighting out a tooth and nail struggle. It's Bo Shannon on the outside. Way of Hope kicking again. Way of Hope going better. And Way of Hope fought back after looking beaten to beat Bo Shannon. Mastermind has come from absolute last to get third, and fourth is Deep Pile, followed by Safer, Goal for Australia. Then Galleon's Gem and Miss Sue, Big Star Wrist and Potsa Rica. Fairy Dreams has run second last, and Vain Promise has run absolute last. The two favourites have run second last and last. Gee, the punter's task is a difficult one, but I'll tell you what, it's the glorious uncertainty of this business that keeps them coming back week in, week out. I know there's a little bit of contradiction in that, but I guess if it was 100% predictable, there'd be no bookmakers, there'd be no racing. Way of Hope has won in a photo. Way of Hope, number 6, Apprentice P. Spargo, $22 and $4.90. Bo Shannon, a place dividend of $2.30, and the fast finishing Mastermind third, number 12, a place dividend of $12. And that was the action on race 5 at sunny Warwick Farm.
Sydney Race 5 at Warwick Farm, the Lark Hoskins Honda Handicap, run over 1,600 metres. Now the correct numbers, 6, 2 and 12. Way of Hope, $22 and $4.90. Bo Shannon, $2.30, and Mastermind, which ran from last to third position, $12.70. All right, Ken Callender has a tip for Sydney Race 6. It's number 4, Tiffany Blue. AFL news.
As ever when he arrived at Medina last week. But as Ian Chappell discovered, between Irwin and a record third open victory was an all-star field and a determined outsider.
The 90th US Open golf tournament came down to a battle between the haves and the have-nots. Representing those players who have won major titles were the consistent Nick Faldo, who got to 8 under. Hale Irwin, who birdied 4 holes in a row on the back 9 to take him to 7 under, and Greg Norman, who made his usual last round charge to reach 7 under.
And so he is. He's got to keep doing this, Jim, if he's going to perhaps win this championship.
Leading the players without a major victory was the affable Mike Donald. He birdied the first 2 holes of the final round and then played par golf to be at 9 under after 15. Playing with him was Billy Ray Brown, who stayed in touch by birdieing the 11th.
And he is now just 2 shots back at 7 under.
Norman was the first to drop out of the contest when he bogeyed the par 5 14th.
He's got it. He got it. Yeah. So he just loses 1 stroke to par, drops back to 6 under. It's not over.
Then Faldo surprisingly stumbled at 16, which meant he had to birdie 18 to get back to 8 under.
Oh! Boy, huh? How close can you come?
Irwin had held off Norman's challenge, but he still needed another birdie to have a chance for victory. It came at the last moment, and it was spectacular.
This putt's about 60 feet.
Hale Irwin goes to 8 under par.
That's the fastest he's moved since he played football in Colorado.
That left Billy Ray Brown with a makeable putt at 18 to get into the playoff.
By what? An inch and a half? He misses his chance.
Now, only Donald could beat Irwin, but he had to hole a monster putt on 18 to do it.
Do you believe it? Ooh. It'll be a playoff tomorrow. 18 holes. Hale Irwin at age 45. Mike Donald at age 34. For Irwin, his chance to win a third open. For Mike Donald, his first chance, perhaps the only chance of a lifetime.
That meant a playoff over 18 holes. For the first time, the wind blew up at Medina and the scores rose. Donald led by 1 shot at the turn, and at 11, he had the chance to increase it after Irwin bogeyed.
See how far it went by, Roger.
Irwin bogeyed the next, and at 14, Donald had another chance to extend his lead.
That may be it there, because Rossi just called it. He makes that one. Hale's putt gets a little longer.
That's great stuff there.
Buoyed by that courageous birdie, Irwin played a great shot into 16.
Well, that's a good-looking shot if he has the right club. Should be. Well, he's rolling back down. It's going to be about 6 feet for a birdie.
Big putt.
Hale Irwin has just birdied the most difficult hole in this 1990 United States Open Championship.
That meant Donald stood on the last tee with a one-shot lead in the US Open after 89 holes.
That ball started left and is hooking. Going to be in the trees unless it gets a lucky break.
It is in the trees. It got through some of them. It's behind the bunker to the left of the fairway.
Well, actually, Roger, it took an unlucky break. It was out in the short grass where the gallery had trampled it down and hit someone and bounced back out into the long rough.
Not exact same spot, but similar on the left side of a different 18th hole, as that's going to roll up and jump in the bunker.
Well, he's put it in the bunker on the green side left.
Hit right into that hill.
That's about 15 feet short.
Now, the playoff became sudden death.
Started just right of the flag. Needs to take that big hop.
Checked up.
And didn't.
He's gone the other way. He's gone with it way up in the air.
That ball's going to get all the way back to the flag with some spin on it. Leaves himself a perfect uphill putt from about 8 feet.
Hale Irwin, his wife Sally, his daughter Becky, the winner of the 1990 United States Open Championship.
Race 6 at Warwick Farm is the Goodyear Broadcasters Cup, and they're up at the starting point, and you're going to get 2 looks at them this time because they start in the home stretch and they go twice past the winning post. By no means a star-studded cup field, Ken. Have you sorted it out, old boy?
I think it's a tough race myself, John, but I've done my best. I'll tell you what I like in one moment. Here are the prices. Number 1, Garner, better suited in the wet, and leaders seem to be favoured today, and he will get back. Therefore, he's out to 20 to 1. Regal Harry, who ran on Wednesday, is having a day off. Sergeant Sam at 10 to 1, seems pretty fair odds. Now, my tip is Tiffany Blue, to be ridden by a kid called D. Lloyd. He'll ride her well, and I think she's fair odds at 7 to 1. Tristique is at 20 to 1. Live Wire Lady, well, its tote punters have sorted her out. She's showing about $2.60, odds of round about 13 to 8. She's better priced with bookies and entitled to be too. 15 to 1 Resounding, 12 to 1 Brintex, 10 to 1 Lead Me On, 50 Peaceful Kingdom, 20 Semstar. Marsden Rock surprisingly well in the market at 6 to 1. Although he's firmed a little bit more, he's into 5.5 to 1 now. Tendency is out, Macquarie Wolf is out, and Dawnville is out. 100 to 1 La Pyramid, and the other roughie, Roman Seal, is also at 100 to 1. I think we've got time now to have a look at race 6 in Melbourne. Noel Kelly has had a lot of luck in Brisbane. He had bonded in this race in Melbourne.
300. Bonded has taken the lead in second place down the outside. Gademas followed by Rare Chance, who's under the whipper. Then Imperial Tango and back behind the Marabou's Phantom. But Bonded has kicked away down past the 200s, 3 lengths to Gademas. A good long gap to Marabou's Phantom. Rare Chance can't go on. Bonded well clear with 100 metres left to go. He's got it all parcelled up. Getting a bit weary on the line, but he'll go on and score. And Bonded won by 2 lengths to Gademas. Coming from the back, it's Butler Brown.
Pretty good start it was too, and the first out is Brintex. Semstar jumped well, and so did Dismounted La Pyramid and Roman Seal. Coming across quickly, Marsden Rock from the outside. Lead Me On is trapped very deep, and then Sergeant Sam. The favourite settling down back midfield between horses going out of the straight, followed by Resounding, and then Tristique and Garner, and back at the tail, Peaceful Kingdom as they leave the straight. Now, Malcolm Johnston had little option but to stride to the lead here on Marsden Rock, and that horse arches the neck in front. He's going to lead by nearly a length to Brintex, although Sergeant Sam's going up now. I don't think Malcolm wants to be in front on this New Zealander, and soon after Sergeant Sam has moved up level with Marsden Rock as they go to the 1400. Brintex in third place and a half length away, La Pyramid. About 2 to Roman Seal on the inside of Live Wire Lady, and the grey mare's in a perfect spot. Then Tiffany Blue, followed by Semstar. Lead Me On, further back Resounding and Tristique, followed by Ghana. And Peaceful Kingdom 2.5 lengths away last as they head past the 1200 mark, and Sergeant Sam drew clear. In front by a length to Marsden Rock, who's just lobbing in second place, a very relaxed galloper. Brintex running third, followed by La Pyramid, niggled a bit, and then Roman Seal, Live Wire Lady, about 6 off the lead and racing 1 horse off the rail. Further back Tiffany Blue, then Semstar and Lead Me On together. At the head of the others, Tristique, followed by Garner and Resounding, and Peaceful Kingdom last as they go past the 800 mark, and Sergeant Sam is being pressured again by Marsden Rock. They're going together clear of Brintex, hard ridden, followed by La Pyramid. Live Wire Lady is now easing out 3 wide to make her run, followed by Roman Seal. Then Lead Me On, Tiffany Blue as the field packs up. Semstar under the whip, moving around them Tristique, followed by Garner, Resounding, and Peaceful Kingdom is a distant last as they turn the corner where Sergeant Sam and Marsden Rock are the 2 leaders. But soon after, Marsden Rock gave them the go-by and dashed to the front. Tristique on the outside going after it. Roman Seal plugging on, and then Brintex and Tiffany Blue. Marsden Rock being tackled by Tristique, who looks to have him covered. Tristique on the outside headed Marsden Rock, and they're 3 in front of Roman Seal. It's all Tristique in the last bit, drawing away, and Tristique bolts away with the Broadcasters' Cup. Marsden Rock second, third Roman Seal, fourth Tiffany Blue, fifth is Semstar. Then Lead Me On, Brintex, Live Wire Lady didn't fire home at all. Further back Garner, Sergeant Sam, La Pyramid, Peaceful Kingdom, and tailed off is Resounding. Well, Tristique, number 5, Craig Carmody the winner. Patient ride, well back early, timed his run to a nicety, and this mare is by the incomparable Sir Tristram. And she'll pay $16 and $4.30 for the winner. As I'll just check these second and third ones over the line. Second money, number 12 will be second. That's Marsden Rock, a place dividend of $2.20. And 17 will be third. Roman Seal, a place dividend of $22. It's a handy one, Ken.
Yes, John, and as we pick them up, Tristique has got the better of Marsden Rock. It's all over, and as we watch this second replay, and Tristique has strolled away to win by a couple of lengths from Marsden Rock. Roman Seal was third, and my selection, unfortunately, Tiffany Blue, was in 4th spot. Perhaps I'll do better in the next race, race 7, where I like number 1 Whistling, and that'll be coming up shortly on the Wide World of Sports.
Has been run. Let's check the results and the New South Wales TAB dividends for the Goodyear Broadcasters Cup over 2,100 metres. It was run at Warwick Farm. Correct numbers you can see there, 5, 12 and 17. Tristique, $16.90, $4.30. Marsden Rock, $2.20. And Roman Seal, $22.10. Kenny Callender has a tip for race 7. It's number 1, Whistling. Good luck, punters. AFL, 2 matches.
7 on the card, the Bradshaw Waste Handicap. Take us away, Johnny.
Good on you, Max. This race is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. I've got a bit of a theory about a grey mare called Gal Spray. Horses suffer from claustrophobia just the same as humans, and I am absolutely certain this grey mare doesn't do her best when stuck in between other runners, as she was at Rose Hill last Saturday. She simply doesn't concentrate. Today she's drawn wide at the barrier, and it may well be a blessing in disguise, Ken, for this Greta Garbo of the thoroughbred world.
I like your phraseology, John. I think she has got a chance today. She definitely races better outside horses, but I hope she hasn't got as good a chance as Whistling, because that's what my cash is on. Bookies give as much as 5 to 2. The tote, it's a little bit lousier. Let's have a look. Whistling at 6 to 4. Still thinks you win. Any odds of winner's a good price. 7 Gal Spray. John's Greta Garbo of the turf. 5 Gin Rhythm. Mark's Gain is at 9 to 1. Cabaret Dancer at 14 to 1. Prunella's Hope at 9 to 1. Rose of Pompeii at 8 to 1. Easy Prey, Malcolm Johnston Mount at 25 to 1. Tumble Tess isn't running. Russia with Love at 20 to 1. Abessa at 80 to 1. And Charming Bonnie at 100 to 1. We've certainly got time to have a look at race 7 in Melbourne in the replay, featuring the ride of Michael Clark on Natural Wonder.
Washington Stoder, Briary Prince right over on the outsiders, making his run, and they're followed by Tandy and Hot Set Pull to the outsider, and back behind them Natural Wonder as they come down to the 300. It's Briary Prince moving up on the outside to take the lead. Natural Wonder finishing on pretty well. Washington Stoder and Universal Ambition coming with a good run also. Universal Ambition, Natural Wonder now goes to the front from Universal Ambition, and Briary Prince is battling on, but Natural Wonder's in front close to home. Natural Wonder in front of Universal Ambition, and Natural Wonder won by a long neck to Universal Ambition with Prairie Prince third.
Yeah, Natural Wonder hung on tenaciously and was able to get there by about a neck, as John Russell said. Now, these mares have spilled into the gates. Amber light flashing on top of the stalls, and the starter, Bill Cooper, moves over to dispatch the field. They're all set. They look good. Prunella's Hope is moving around a bit. Starter went to get down off his stand, changed his mind, back up again. Stalls open, off and running. Gin Rhythm towards the outside is one of the first out. Gal Spray began well, and so did Easy Prey. Rosa Pompeii is scrubbing through towards the lead, and Charming Bonnie hard ridden to stay with them, and Whistling is simply cruising along the rail to join those leaders at the end of 200 metres. A great tussle. Charming Bonnie just in front of Rosa Pompeii. Gin Rhythm out wide. Whistling getting up on the fence. At the head of the others, Prunella's Hope, and then Gal Spray travelling deep on the outside of Cabaret Dancer. On the fence, Ibessa, and then Russia with Love, followed by Mark's Gain, and Easy Prey now went back to be last at the 600 metres mark, and Whistling has cantered up on the fence to take a narrow lead over Rosa Pompeii. 2 lengths away, Charming Bonnie, followed by Ibessa, and then Prunella's Hope and Gin Rhythm. Russia with Love is next, and a good way back as they come around the turn. Cabaret Dancer and Gal Spray doing absolutely nothing. Into the straight now. Whistling is the leader over Rosa Pompeii. Prunella's Hope is running on, followed by Gin Rhythm, but Whistling's got them struggling. In fact, she shot clear. Whistling has booted away at the 150 mark, about 2.5 on Rosa Pompeii. Then Prunella's Hope and Russia with Love, but it's all Whistling, and the locally trained mare, making light of her big weight, canters home. Won by 5 lengths to Russia with Love, third close. Rosa Pompeii or Cabaret Dancer. At the head of the others, Prunella's Hope, followed by Gin Rhythm and Mark's Gain. Gal Spray well back, followed by Ibessa, and the last couple were Charming Bonnie and Easy Prey. Gal Spray is a Greta Garbo. She does want to be alone, in this case, at the tail of the field. Great selection from Ken. A brave tip because she had a lot of weight, 56.5, but she's a big, strong mare. $2.50 and $1.40. Whistling $2.50 and $1.40. Now second and third. 10 will be second. Russia with Love will get second, a place dividend of $4.30. And very close for third, Cabaret Dancer, $3.70, or number 7, Rosa Pompeii, $2.10. Great tip, Ken.
Thanks, John. Yep, wasn't a game, it was a shame. Look at her go, Whistling. Answered every call of Darren Beedman's when she shared the lead on the turn. It was as good as over. She streaks away, 5-length winner here over Russia with Love down the outside, and I think Rose of Pompeii's possibly just held on for third, ahead of Cabaret Dancer, but there's a photo for third, and we'll leave that to the judge. But no doubt about the winner, Whistling. She won easily. Here she comes back now in centre screen for Darren Beedman. You should keep following, and now the tracks are dry again. She doesn't like the heavy. That was the story of race 7. We've got one to go here at Warwick Farm, the exciting Lucky Last, and we'll be back for that on the Wide World of Sports.
And that's why everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody needs a main attraction, yeah. I've got what everybody needs, satisfaction guaranteed. And everybody wants a piece of the action.
Mysteries handicap over 1,200 metres has been run and won. Let's check the results and the New South Wales TAB dividends. There they are, 1, 10 and 7. Whistling, $2.50 and $1.40. Russia with Love, $4.30, and Rose of Pompeii, $2.10. And I hear that Kenny Callender has done pretty well that time round. Let's see if he can do it again. He has a tip for race 8. It's number 5 and it's Gold Charade. Progress.
Wins for Malcolm, and I hope it wins for Kenny, because I've backed Gold Charade. Bookies are offering better odds than the tote, but the tote's still at 8 to 1, and I think that's a super price. I'm on him. He should lead. Number 1, Liftwell, is at 9 to 2. Late News at 14 to 1. Black Manor at 10 to 1. 6 to 1 Big Raps. He'll get back probably and charge home. 8 to 1 Gold Charade. Go, son. 9 to 1 Star Frill. Cajun is scratched. 6 is Irish Impulse. 10 Particular. 66 Count Carter. Lily Special was scratched. 30 Ricardo. Scratching Rutland's Pet. 100 Bush Picnic and Crocodile Dundee. 14 Noble Consort, 100 Engrossing, 14 Rocky Port, 50 Killer Khan, 80 Nosh. I just got him in time. Go Gold Charade. Here's
Gold
John.
Charade well behaved, and the gates open. They're off and running, and towards the outside, one of the first out is Crocodile Dundee, beginning speedily as Particular racing towards the lead. Gold Charade was away like a flash. Now closer down to the inside, Irish Impulse is one of the leaders with Star Frill, followed by Rocky Top. Ricardo's in that bunch, and then Black Manor. Noble Consort got pushed back to be about midfield, but not all that far off the lead. Count Carter now losing his spot, and further back Killer Khan. Back towards the tail, Late News, and dropping out to be last is Bush Picnic as they race towards the 800 mark. And on the outside, Gold Charade is just shading Star Frill. Irish Impulse third on the inside of Particular, followed by Rocky Top, Ricardo, and then Liftwell being hard ridden. Further back in the field, Big Raps, and then Noble Consort with nowhere to go. At the head of the others, Killer Khan, followed by Engrossing. A long way back in the field as they come to the turn, Late News, and then Black Manor, Bush Picnic, Count Zacata, and Crocodile Dundee went back to the tail. On the turn now, Gold Charade just led Star Frill. Moving up to them is the Baldy Face Particular, followed by Irish Impulse, waiting for a run. Nowhere to go at the moment. Now he's into the clear, followed by Ricardo and Rocky Top. Particular sprinted and headed Gold Charade at the 200. Irish Impulse coming out after Particular. Particular's in front. Here comes Irish Impulse pouncing on it. And look at Noble Consort, might beat them all. Noble Consort jumping out of the ground, went whoosh to the line. And Noble Consort has come from nowhere to beat Irish Impulse. Particular third, followed by Bush Picnic, a good run. Then Rocky Top, Killer Khan, Ricardo, Late News, Star Frill, and then Nosh, Engrossing, Count Zacata. Gold Charade stopped to a walk from Liftwell, then Big Raps and Crocodile Dundee, and last of all is Black Manor. And there can't possibly be any more. Oh, gee, didn't that finish like a train? Noble Consort, number 16, Noble Consort, Jamie Innes, is going to pay $11 and $4.30. Is trained by Neville Voigt and part owned by Harry Lawton, who syndicated the horse early in his career. Noble Consort, Jamie Innes the winner. Now second will be Irish Impulse. Irish Impulse, number 8, a place dividend of $2.40, and 9 will be third. Particular, a place dividend of $3.90. And I hope you've enjoyed the action and backed a few winners today on Wide World of Sports.
Jill time.
Today, agony for some, ecstasy for others, the 1990 Soccer World Cup. We pound the turf with young apprentice jockey Jody Ridge. And the magic of E.T. puts paid to the Parramatta Eels in Friday night football. And Australian captain Wally Lewis injured in this afternoon's league match against St George. Hello, I'm Karen Tighe. Thanks for joining us. Also today, our usual roundup of the weekend's results in league, AFL and basketball. But first racing, and we begin at Doomben in Brisbane with race 3, the $60,000 BATC Sprint. The track was dead, with Tiny's Finito the favourite at 6-4.
An Alpine Fire under pressure. followed by Prince Traelia. Gladfield to the outside. John Aron now starting a run, but he's wanting to hang in a little bit. Tiny's Finito clear at the 200, leads by a length and a half. He got away now, Tiny's. The putter's starting to cheer for him, and he's looking pretty good. Tiny's Finito well clear. He's 3 in front now. Petrero and Prince Traelia, the 10,000 winners, flying home. But
The favourite number 3, Tiny's Finito, home at 6-4. Petrero second at 20-1, with Prince Traelia third at 5-1. Now to the day.